Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. I'm casual today, man. Casual. So, how are you, beautiful people, doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's set up everything. Let's make it public. Let's make it public. All right. 1 second. Let's make it public. Let's make it public. Let's make it public. Edit privacy. All right. Let's make it public. It's public. Good evening.
Second, let's make it pop.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Harris. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And some people call me Little Boy. If you're from the 767 Whitey Kubuli, the Commonwealth of Dominica, tall as her body. You call me what? Luku Boy. I hope everyone's doing well today. Man, I'm so excited. Every Tuesday at this time, I get to do this. I'm really excited as people start to come in. Let's give them a second. See, I hope everyone's doing well. Let's get our theme song queued up. Get our banners rolling. Our comments. So, how are you people doing, man? Is everybody doing well? How's your week so far? How's your month? Mine has started terribly. Ugh. But you know what? You get to control how it ends, right? You get to control that, not me. You get to control that. So really excited about the new week. Are you guys doing well? Is everybody doing well? You know, my voice sounds a little horsey, you know me, with my big mouth. But I'm ready to rock and roll, Let me make sure I have the right glasses on, because these glasses are, I think, my reading glasses. So let me put my prescription so I can look a little more presentable. I'm very casual today. We're going to have just a candid conversation today. For those of you who are coming in, welcome. Our theme song, I might strum along with it for you. Let's get it ready. And let me put it on Instagram Live. Boom. I went live on Instagram so people can watch me. So let's go. How is your afternoon going? Is it going well? Well, just before I give you a little update, let's go through our live. Boom. All right, let's go to our theme song. Get it queued up for y'all peoples. Get it queued up. You ready? I'll get the guitar strum along for you. Last week I did that too. I strum along with the guitar. So we're gonna try that again with the theme song. Let me get it ready. You might see me. The roots to my rise. Here we go. The roots to my rise. You ready? Let's welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show.
That's where it all began. Island breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and the smiles to the songs of the sea, that island spirit molded the personality. Yes. With its hustle and grind, city lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. On those snowy streets, learn to stay tall, navigating life, every rise, every fall. From the commons to the brownstones, I made my claim. With every lesson learned, I embraced my name. Boston raised me with with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A license ready for the fray. Now the South sustains me with its warm embrace, a community of strength and love in every space. From the bayous to the beaches, I found my place in this journey of finance. I've learned to chase grace. Dominate, Boston raised me high. The South sustains my soul as I reach for the sky. With every sunrise, I'm thankful and free. A licensed financial pro, just being me. So here's to the roots. From Dominica's beauty to Boston's Grand Slam. In the South I stand strong, with purpose and pride. Together with my journey, side by side.
The roots of my rise, man. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see who's in the queue so far. People are probably tuning in. Let's see. I see Puj Vasa. Good evening. And to anybody else who's watching, I was just strumming along with our theme song. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's take a quick look at markets, see what happened in markets this week. So far, the Dow Jones was up 214. The NASDAQ was up 156. And the S&P was up 34.43. So some of you guys made some money today. And let me check a friend of mine's 401k. Let me see if they made some money today. I'm going to check to see if they made some money today. Because it's been a little volatile last week. Oh, yeah, they're up. And they must be excited. I'm going to have to tell them. Year to date, they're up 587, and a year so far is 1765. They got about 91% stock and an 8% blended. So they're doing good. I hope you guys, 401ks, are doing well as well. But my clients don't worry about that. You know, they sleep like babies. They sleep like babies. For those who are strumming along on the Tuesdays with Terrence, I do that all the time. I strum along to get me excited. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. You know, this past weekend I was in Boston for a couple of days, not a couple of days, but technically a day, really. My niece got back late yesterday afternoon. My niece graduated last month, and they had a luncheon, brunch, and it was awesome. I put it on my page. Congratulations to Dr. Jaleesa Anson. I got so much going on before I blow up, but I'm very proud of her and her accomplishments. You know, the reason I'm very proud of her is that everyone who graduated, congratulations, right? Proud of all of them. But this one here, man, she has a lot of chronic issues, you know, a lot of chronic issues, but she persevered. And that's inspiration for any one of us who are going through different things. There are some people who have disabilities, or they may be, you know, they have on their passion and their drive is really, really strong. I wish I had their drive and passion sometimes, because I think when you have a deficiency in something, you kind of increase in something else. So the desire to excel is great. Something's in my eye, folks. And I want to give them the kudos for that. Got to give them the kudos for that. But yeah, man, that song I just played there is my theme song. It's the roots to my round. I love it. I played a couple of times at the beginning and a couple of times at the end. I strummed along a little bit. I might strum when we end. But otherwise, May is come and gone. A lot of stuff, mental health and awareness month. Hope your mental health is fine. I hope that you're spiritually, psychologically, physically, you're doing okay. And this right here, you control that. Nobody else does. You do. You control that. So don't let anybody steal that from you. Nobody. Because sometimes we do that. We allow that. I went for a walk, week or two. Excuse me. Something is in my eye, man. I don't know what it is. Oh, but I enjoyed my walk today. Got some sunlight. Got some other stuff going on that I have to figure out how to straighten it out. But I will do that because God is good, right? All the time and all the time, God is good. But otherwise, man, is everybody doing okay? You know, put it in the chat if you're doing all right. For those of you who are watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Others might just month. See on the banner. It says new month, new attitude. You know, we always say, you always hear people say, you know, I had a new attitude. I'm going to change what I do. I'm going to change what I do. On this show, we talk about the same thing every week. For some people, like I said, something is in my eye. I don't know what it is, man. I'm going to have to deal with the aggravation of whatever's in my eye here until the show ends. So, but you talk about the same thing all the time, and I do. I was talking to a young man today, this morning. I was talking to him about for like 2, 3 hours on the phone. He just graduated from high school in Colonial Heights High School in Virginia. We were just talking about something he should put in place. And I always feel like young people should start very early. And sometimes they don't know the difference, right? They don't know what you know. And some of us, we don't know what we know. And what I try to do is just to educate, man, educate people on the. If you've been watching this show for some time, right? If you've been watching this show, like I told you guys, something is in my eye. I've been telling you guys, I've been giving you tips. I give you tips on the MIB, insurances, what whole life is, what index, equity index, universal life is, universal life, variable life. I tell you what, group insurances on your job. I've told you guys a bunch of things when it comes to how you can use this avenue to create wealth. I was telling the young man was asking me some questions today, and I told him anything worth building has to be built organically, brick by brick, step by step. There are some people who want to go from here to there, like that. Even even if you want to be a musician or an athlete, you got to practice, and it takes time. Look at the Olympians; they practice for 4 years for like to do something for like even the track and field guys. But for 10 seconds, you practice for 4 years, and then you got to practice another 4 years again, to get to the next Olympics. I think people need to understand that success is quick. You know what's quick? You know what's quick? What's quick is things that's not good for you. And there's some people they're hoping to become wealthy by hitting the lottery. I mean, I read every day, it pops up on my phone, the news, somebody hit the lottery and all of that stuff. But it ain't you, you know. Some people spend a lot of money on it, but it ain't you. What you have to think about is making sure you have something in place. There's a comment in the chat. Alvin said, it's not a disability, it's people with different abilities. I like that. I like that. Let me put that on there. Let me see if I can show that. Mr. Alvin Varsa said, people don't have disabilities, it's people with different abilities. I'm going to start using that because I think those of us who don't have the challenges, let me take a sip here. Those of us who don't have the challenges, sometimes we don't know the right terminology to use. And I don't want to offend anyone at all. But I like that. People don't have disabilities, they have different abilities. And it's true, I like that because it's not everybody can be is a doctor, not everybody is a professional athlete, not everybody is a good singer, not everybody is a this or that. But it's one of those things where people need to realize say it. You have to be you cannot be, well, I don't care. I want to say that. So thank you for that, Alvin. I like that. I'm gonna have to remember that. You may have to text that to me as well. Let me text it to myself so I can remember it. Text it to myself. You know, it says let me see. It says it's not disabilities, people with different abilities. I like that. You know, it's not disability, it's people, comma, and I'm gonna have to share that with my niece as well. It's people with different abilities. And I like the sensitivity of that. So Alvin, thank you for sharing that with me. I will start using that in the future. Use that. All right. So tonight's it's June. Less than 6 months will be Christmas. It's not even summer yet, right? June 21st to the 23rd is summer. I'm already talking about Christmas. My question to you is, how are you doing, year to date in the things? I mean, there's some crap out of me. There are some goals that I set for myself and a team, and it seems like all of us are asleep on my team. So that's including me as well. But it's never too late to change, right? Um, our abilities depends on our attitude. Your ability depends on your attitude. So what's your attitude for the next 6 months of the year? How are you going to approach that? How are you going to handle it? How are you going to move forward? Are you stuck? Are you in a doldrum? Is someone you're allowing someone to affect you mentally, psychologically? I don't know, some kind of right? On my theme song, it says the roots of my rise from Dominica to Boston to the South. I could sit here and complain about all the challenges and everything that's not going well for me. But you're gonna listen to my pity party. You and me, we have the ability to change the direction of our path or the direction of our success. And the only way we can do that is by, changing our mindset. So for the next 6 months, what you gonna do? Good evening to Elizabeth Bardew all the way in Brooklyn, New York. Good to see you. And everybody else who's tuning, who's watching. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. I'm going to try in a second show you guys a case I was working on trying to show a young person what they can do. And I'm trying to pull it up for you so that they can you can see. And I was trying to explain to the young person what they should probably be doing. And they started asking me questions about investments. Life insurance is not an investment. It's a systematic way to build over a period of time, and then you can access it in the future. So if I go here and I click on that, and I click on something here, before I share my screen, I don't want you guys to see. Let's say, yeah, the kid was here in Virginia, so let's go all the way down to Virginia. And we were trying to talk to him about an index universal life. And we were trying to talk to him about a flex life. And I'm going to call him John Doe. No, I'm going to call him Terrence Smith, and that's not his name. He's a male and he's 19 years old. All right, so I want to get back to the live and show you guys how we're going to do that. All right, so this is what I was working on today for a guy. I'm going to share, let's share my screen. Hopefully you guys can see it. Illustration. All right, let me turn this down a little bit. So this is what I'm trying to do for this guy here. Make sure you guys can see me. Let me make sure. Yep, you can see me. You can see that. So let me get the other one on. And I want to show you guys what I was working on for someone today. And, the guy is so young, he doesn't really understand the value of this. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make him, if something happens to him and he cannot do his daily job and and something happens to him and he can't do his job, the company will pay, his premiums for him. We'll give him a guaranteed insurability where he can add an additional 50,000 5 times in his lifetime. And then we'll go here and we'll show him at this stage in his life, he doesn't need a lot of life insurance. He needs to start building cash. So we're going to show him how to do that. We're going to go here. We're going to $100 a month. And then we're going to show a report. Let's see I did it wrong, guys. I apologize. That's it, annual. I have to change it to monthly. Okay, good. And I want to show you guys what I did. Put it in. It's popping up. Give it a second as it's popping up. Yeah, here it comes. Hopefully you guys, man, it's taking forever. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. Oh, hold on. I don't think you can see it. Let me, on my screen, let me make sure you can see my entire screen. I'm going to present. And hold on. Extra camera, video file, image. I want to show you. I want to start it again so you guys can see. Share screen. With 2 screens. Let's see. Share screen. So we're going to show you guys. This. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. Let me double check. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So I want to show you guys. This kid is 19 years old. Go back here. He's 19 years old, and he's putting $100 a month every month into an infinite banking concept because he's going to be a college student in the fall. He doesn't make a lot of money. He makes about, maybe he says about $17,000, $18,000 a year before taxes. So watch this. If we put $100 a year, we do what's called a minimum death benefit max cash. What that means, we want to put the lowest death benefit this guy can get, which is $50,000, and the maximum cash it will accumulate over a period of time. So if we start looking at some of this stuff, in 10 years, you know, he's already accumulated $14,000. Death benefit has gone from 50,000 to 64,000. If you're 19, that means you're going to work for 40 years, right? So look at in 20 years. He's only putting 1,200 because in 10 years, he should be putting more than $100 a month because he'll be graduated from college. He'll be making a lot of money. So he can put a lot more. All right. As a matter of fact, this policy is designed where he can put an additional $170 every month if he wanted to. And watch this. When the guy is 38 years old, 33,000. You said that's not a lot of money. But guess what? That's only $100 a month. When he's 48, 75,828. He can access all this money. I'm sorry, 81,000. Um, but what age did I say? 20, 30, 40. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at 49. 81,000. You're like, well, that's not much. Look at 59. 170,000. At age 59, if you had 170,000, you could access tax free. Remember, his death benefit started at 50,000, right? You saw that? 50,000 right here. Right here, 50,000. So in 20 years, this guy would have this 20 to 40 years. So 29, 39, 49, 59. Let's say he retires late, like my brother-in-law, about when he's about 69 years old. That's 334,051. Most people, when they retire, I have a friend who I just told you, we just look at their 401k, it's over 232,000, but they're my age. But you don't have, when you have a 401k that has 232,000, you don't have 232,000. About 20 to 40% of that belongs to Uncle Sam based on what bracket you're in. You know what I mean? So it's not cheating, but all of this, he has access to all of this. But imagine if he was putting the maxing it out. Well, let me show you real quickly. Let's say he was putting the $270, not 100, starting at age 19. Let's say his parents was helping him, right? 270, right? If he start putting $270, which is what he can put, the minimum death benefit would be $112, 112,000. 112,000. Watch this, folks. In 10 years, when he's 28, there's 33,000. If he wants to buy a house, he got the down payment right there. When he's 48, $227,000. That's only $270 a month. It wouldn't work for you or for me because some of us we're older. We'd have to put a lot more. And most people are spending more than $270 a month on foolishness. So in 40 years, when he's 58, 59, $500,000. That's only putting 270, and he can access all of this money tax free. What if he starts just keep putting money in there? He's like, I'm just putting money in there. When a kid is 69, he's a millionaire. You like say, well, you have to wait that long. But I know some people 69 right now who are working. You know why? Because they didn't know me when they were 19. I didn't know them, and they didn't have a plan like this. I believe everyone who's watching tonight spend more than $270 a month on foolishness. Junk food you don't need, extra services like you guys got to have Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, whatever you guys have. We spend so much money on cable. We spend so much money on a whole bunch of things. Every day I see the Amazon truck in every neighborhood pull it up. If everybody were in the world like me, Amazon would go out of business. I didn't have an account. I didn't even know how to really order. I don't know how to order Amazon. I have people do that for me. So my point I'm trying to say here is this is an opportunity for a young man when he retires. So he's right now at 19. In 19, when he's 39, that's 20 years. 49, 59 is 40 years, right? 19, 29, 39, 49, 59. At age 59, the guy has a $500,000 and a death benefit of over $500,000. And remember, 5 times in his lifetime, 5 times he can add 50,000. So technically, he could put we started at 50. When he gets to be 25, he could put more money in. I mean, get a larger death benefit. When he gets married, he can do it. When he buys a house, when he has a child, he can add more death benefit. But right now, his objective is not death benefit. His objective is to create a savings. So he was asking me about savings accounts and CDs account. And I'm like, a savings account is an account you get at a bank that actually pays you nothing. And if you get a CD, it pays a little more, but that money, you don't have access to it. And plus, while it's under, if you do, you lose the interest. And plus, the interest that you earn on that, you have to declare it on your taxes every year. You do. You get a 1099 from the bank. So I'm teaching people that if you have a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, or a 21-year-old, or a grandkid, they can do this. Start with $50. They make it 100. They make it 150 or 200. As you get raises in life, you add it, and you can use this account as a vacation account. So check this out. Let me go back into it. So let's say at age 50. No, yeah, age 50. Let's double check. Is that age 50? Yep. At age 50, I don't know, he wants to take a trip around the world. You have money you can, and this is the concept I've been teaching. Whenever you take money out of these kind of accounts, you take it as a loan. The reason why you take it as a loan, if right here he went in and he took at age 50 $40,000 to do something, he still has 285,301 earning uninterrupted compounding as he continues to get earnings. Why? Because he used OPM, other people's money. See that sign right here, National Life Group? He's using their money. So people say, why would I do that and have to pay back? Have you ever had a savings account, or when you was a child, you ever had a piggy bank and you took money out of your piggy bank and you never replenished it? When you never replenished your piggy bank, what happened? It went down. Same thing, you take money out of your bank, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. So when you use other people's money, you're still earning interest on your money. If you take money out of your bank account at the bank, you lose opportunity cost. If you have $500 and you took out 250, you only earn interest on 250. And then when you build it back up to 500, it should have been 750 because you're always trying to catch up. The wealthy doesn't do that. You all see it on TV all the time. Wealthy people always taking loans. They're using other people's money. They're never using their money. Even the billionaires, when they're building a stadium, they want taxpayers to pay for it. And that's how you keep your money, by using other people's. Because if you go take money out of your savings account, you interrupt compounding. If you put in $25 a week into your bank account, you're at the local bank, and you get to 500, you take out $200, you've interrupted the compounding. Because instead of getting interest on 500 and whatever interest you get, you only get an interest on 250 plus whatever interest. Not with this concept. Not with this. Every parent should have one of these, and every parent should have one of these for their children. The problem I see and I come across now is a lot of people are having health challenges early too. You got to be healthy. And we're not dissing anybody who has limited abilities because of life happened. We're not dissing you, but we're telling you you can live to be 100 years old with your limited disabilities, your limited abilities, like I just learned to say today. But it doesn't mean that because you have a higher risk. And people like to sugarcoat those risks. Insurance companies take a risk. Let me tell you how insurance works. You buy a policy or you take out a policy, and the insurance company is betting you're going to live, and you are betting you're going to die. That's what's going on here. You're betting you're going to live. The insurance company is betting. The insurance company is betting you're going to live, and you're betting you're going to die. Have you know anyone who has had an untimely death? They use that word, an untimely death, and they usually say that if somebody dies young, I don't know if it's untimely because I'm not in control. We're not in control, right? But when this happens to people, especially if you're a young father or a young mother, young family, it's not rocket science, folks. And I tell people always say, well, this one is better than that one. No, none of them is better than each other. If you die, but we don't want you to die. We want you to live. We want you to live. And if you live, you'll have cash you can access. So I'm looking at the, if you never access cash, by age 69, which is 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 40 years, because the new retirement age is technically 70. I'm 68. I have some friends who are working now in their 60s, and they told me they're going to work till they're 70. That's because they didn't prepare some of them, and it means because some of them didn't know any better, and then some of them life happened. There may have been a divorce, or there may have been you know, didn't plan, didn't save. We all have issues. We all have issues, but the key is here, what are we going to do about our issue? If there's a way to fix a problem, right? Why won't we do it? So this is what I've been showing that young man today, and said to him, you can access some of this cash down the road when you need it. Have you ever needed money down the road and you didn't have not an emergency, you didn't have a way you can get it? You either have to borrow from somebody, go get a loan. If your credit is jacked up, that's going to be messed up. But this is the advice I gave the young man. I said, I don't care if you do $150 direct withdrawal out of your bank account every month. Just do it and forget about it. Just let it work. And I said, in 10, 20, 30 years, go check it out. He's like, what? Why would I do that? He said, will you be around? I said, I don't know if I'll be around 10, 20, I'm 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They said the life expectancy for people like me nowadays is about for men 85. But my father lived to be 91. My mother lived to be 89. Grandmother 103. So I could live to be that long. And I said to him, if I'm not there, they will assign you. They will assign you a replacement, someone to talk to you about. They says, would you guide me along? I say, yeah, every year we do a review and see how you're doing. You can change stuff. You could put more. You have a hardship, put less. But the illustration that we show you is not going to work properly because the illustration illustrates a certain amount over a period of time with no interruptions. But if there's interruptions of something happening, sorry, it would change. So, and this young man, I met him in a store, a staple store. We got to talking, and I gave him my card. But he's been asking me for help, and I said, let's show you what we can do for you. And there's people who have bigger accounts that we work with. You know, I mean, I do have clients dropping 3 grand, 2 grand, 2,500, 1,500, a grand, 800. You know, those people are older people with good jobs and good income. And I always tell people, I'm the kind of guy, I'm the safe money guy. Do you know what a safe money guy is? A safe money guy is a guy who, whatever money you don't want to lose, that's the money I want to help you protect. I want you to protect the monies that you don't want to lose. So it's a win-win situation. Life happens, man. It's a win-win situation. Why aren't we doing it? Some of us don't know. Some of us don't want to know. Some of us think we know everything. Some of us don't want no one to teach us. Some of us are too prideful. Some of us, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And the good thing, someone called me yesterday, a client. I need to reach back out to her to find out if, like, she's done some of these things for her children. But now what we have to do is, when life starts lifing at certain times and your disposable income is not as high as it used to be, you can take it down a little bit. You can suspend it for 90 days, come back in. Then the illustration that we gave you is not going to reflect that because you interrupted it. When you interrupt your plan, the numbers will be skewed because you didn't stay where you are. Esther Duran Casimir, good night. I thought you're supposed to be in church tonight. Anyways, folks, it's really important that you understand this concept. And this young man right here that I told you guys I was working with, I was just showing him how to build. I said, you want to be a millionaire when you retire? Just put up between 100 and $250 in every month. When you retire, I can guarantee you'll be a millionaire. Guarantee you that. But some of us want to be a millionaire tomorrow via the lottery, via marrying into money, some by the hook or the crook. Folks, I'm not the smartest man in the world. I know that for a fact, but I know people can put monies aside. So this young man, if he put that 270, that's what would happen. But right now, we are looking at putting $100. And if that was too much for him, you see the figures change when I went to 100. Still 50 and it still grows, but the cash value is less, right? And if you go to age 69, like we said, it's only 300, it's only 342,000 at 50. Can you, I'm sorry, at 100. You can double that figure by maxing it out. And there's a way to put a bigger max too, but people don't like if this guy decided to do this that way. Let's see. Uh, it'll be 197,000. He is 90. He's 20 years, 1920. So this thing will end in 87 years. By then, who cares? By then, you have all this cash. See that? See how it builds? That's only $100 a month. You're building cash value, man. And if he needs to do it this way, just go based on 100 grand. And after every year, you're earning money, but you don't start earning until after year two that you can access. Because this is for future. This is for when he's 30, you want to buy a house. You can add money for a down payment or 24. But you have to put it in. In investing, right? And life insurance is not an investment, it's a contract. But investing, if you're putting, excuse me, systematically a certain amount, it's called DCA, dollar cost average. You put $100 when the market is up, $100 when the market is stable, $100 when the market is down. So when it's down, you don't lose a penny. When it's up, you earn earnings. Why wouldn't you do that for your child, your grandchild? And I say you get one of those when the child is 2 weeks old. I've been saying that forever because I know a lot of teenagers who have some health challenges. When I was a teenager, I was healthy as an ox. 10 years ago, I was healthy as an ox. And now I got some stuff going on. So, what I'm saying to you guys is that this is the way to start with a young person so that they can retire tax free. Yeah, they get the Social Security, which is taxable. They may have a 401k, which is tax deferred, or 403b, or 457, or TSP, through savings plan. But those monies that you earn there, I don't even like IRAs. I mean, a Roth IRA, yeah. But if you're young, 59 and a half, you can't access it without certain stipulations. With this, you can access it. You can. You can. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put your children in a better position that your parents didn't put you in because they didn't know any better? Some of you have children who have jobs and you won't even tell them, hey, go start one of these. And you help them too, put a little in there for them. Stop buying them all them stupid gifts for Christmas. Give them something they can benefit from. So this 19-year-old can be a millionaire if he chooses to. If he chose to, he can do that. Let me tell you all something, right? I don't have a problem with what anybody does. That's their choice. Good evening, Mr. Ansel. But I watch social media a lot. I'm on social media a lot. Yesterday I was posting pictures. I was at my niece's brunch, graduated. Congratulations again to Dr. Ansel. But I watch what people post. I don't care if you can afford it or not. A Rolex, BMW or Mercedes Benz or whatever. You're traveling to Dubai and Bora Bora. All that is beautiful. But why use this concept? Use this concept of cash value. You know, when this guy, you have all this cash value. Every time you go on a vacation, unless you have unlimited miles, you have to pay for it. I don't care if you stay with family or a resort. I don't even understand why people want to go on vacation and stay with family. I just don't. No. When you go on vacation, you got to stay somewhere. So you can come and go what you want. You didn't come to cook for people. You didn't come to braid hair. None of that stuff. You came to relax and enjoy. So why won't you put your children in a position that you are not in, or your grandchildren? See, the wealthy always set up their families. I just saw something. Let me draw a sports analogy. Danny Ainge used to play for the Boston Celtics. He's to be the general manager. Now he's in Utah. I think he's like the president and the governor, one of the governors of that NBA team. They just hired his son, Eric Ainge, from the Celtics to put him there. Why? Because I bet you his dad was grooming him. Some of us are grooming our children. Let me read something to you I just saw. I think I saved it. It says, man, did I save it? I think I did. Let me go and find it for you. Let me read it to you. It's very powerful. It says, that, where is it? Right here. Ooh, what does financial literacy really means? What does financial literacy really means? It says we get, and I have that on my business page, Bardui Financial Service from National Life Group. It says we get loads of questions on financial literacy, and rightfully so. Gaining knowledge of financial tools can be the first step to a secure future. Here are some fast facts on the topic. Americans with incomes over 50,000 are twice as likely to demonstrate financial literacy as those without. And I don't know if that's true, but that's what the statistics say. If you make over $50,000, you're twice as likely to demonstrate financial literacy. By 2028, 23 states will have laws guaranteeing access to a semester-long personal finance course for high school students. And that's long overdue. They should be teaching that in elementary school, I believe, and middle school. Even in kindergarten, teach them about savings. And then, and those statistics that I just read came from FINRA, the Financial Capability of U.S. Adults 2021, and the Center for Financial Literacy National Report Card 2023. What does financial literacy really mean? What does it really mean? You can see it on my business page. Defining financial literacy. Financial literacy is generally defined as the ability to understand different principles, including personal financial management, budgeting, and long term strategies. This is a long term strategy. It's not something you're going to do today that you can access tomorrow or next week or next year. It's a long term strategy. The financiers, like, the big shots like Warren Buffett, all those people, they have a long term strategy, they have a midterm and a short term. But especially people of color, all of us need to have a long term strategy. Simply, this is knowledge that can help you make some informed decisions with your money, which makes you and your family less vulnerable. You see, when we don't plan, we have to borrow from people. I've done that before. Paid it back. Some of us borrow because we didn't plan, that we can't pay back. What I'm trying to say here, folks, I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just saying to you all, long-term planning has its benefits. I'm not saying don't have fun. Go to the game, go to the concert, go to the where you like to do. Get your nails done, your toes done, your hair done, get your back massages. I just saw this lady on vacation in Jamaica, and she was on a raft, and they were doing a massage. It looked like mud. That looked excellent. She was having a blast. Do those things, but finance it through this. And then what you do is you pay for it on your credit card. You get all the points. And when you come back, you take a loan from here. You pay off your credit card in full. And you pay back like you were paying your credit card back. Sometimes a lot, sometimes some. And if you have a hardship, you can stop. If you have a hardship, the credit card companies are still calling you because you miss a payment or two or three. Affects your credit. FICO score, your ability to buy a car, buy a home, rent, apartment, all those different things, folks. I'm telling you all of these things because I believe all of you can do it. And finally, in what I just read to you guys, it says here less than 17% of American students are required to take a semester of personal finance before graduating high school. Among adults in the United States, about 57% consider themselves to be financially illiterate. So 57, 67, 77, 87, 97, 43%. That's a large percentage. And being financially literate, I don't care if you are an attorney, I don't care if you're a baller, playing in the NBA, a shot caller, a rapper, a teacher, an educator, hairdresser, uh, pastor, whatever you are in life, right? Being financially literate can help you fund education. Like the young man today was asking me, can you use this for educational funding? Yeah, but not for you. Not at $100 a month. No. Your parents should have done that when you was 2 weeks old, 19 years ago. Funding education, buying a house. Some people don't want to live in a house; they want to rent. That's their choice. But renting and owning is a personal thing. Some people don't want to rent. Some people don't want to own. Retirement and paying off debt. Debt is a financial cancer, man. We all have debt. Some of us owe the banks, the finance companies, credit unions, student loans. Some of us owe each other. But it doesn't matter. Have a plan to eliminate that. And what kills me and annoys me is that my friends who watch Tuesdays with Terrence don't take action. Now, if you take an action, bravo. It's like insanity to not take action from the stuff you learn. Yeah, I would love to be the advisor for everyone, but I'm not the advisor for everyone. I've turned down business have turned me down, you know, but that's part of life. I'm not the one for everybody. But three things I have is integrity, integrity, integrity. I say it 3 times. It's very important. Some of you have shady advisors. As a fiduciary, I make sure it benefits you first. Ethics, I'm very ethical. I'm very ethical. I don't, I will design something that will not pay me as much because it's going to benefit you better as a fiduciary. That's what I would do. Because if I was some kind of low sleazeball, every case I design, it would be for my benefit to get a bigger pay. But it's not about that, folks. So, integrity, ethics, and my service. You have me there. There are some people who call me, they're not even my client. They call me and ask me stuff. I will still tell you, I would rather you become my client. And I don't hate you. And if you didn't do business with me, don't get funny with me. I'm still gonna like your post. I'm still gonna compliment you. It's okay. You don't have to do it with me, folks. You don't have to. I would want you to. Like McDonald's wants you to come there for fast food, but you don't have to go to McDonald's. You got Burger King, you got Bojangles, you got the gas stations, you got Wawa, you got everything. Chipotle. All those different places. So you have options, you have choices. So tonight, as we close, you can use this concept. Let me stop sharing my screen. You can use this concept, folks, to create a plan for your children, your grandchildren, or even for yourself. I believe you guys are way smarter than me. I say it all the time. I just believe I'm just better looking than you guys. That's what I. However, right? However, as we close, man, I'm gonna play my theme song and I'm gonna strum along the guitar to tell you the roots of my rise, man. I just share what I know with you all. Good evening, Miss Matthew. and everybody else who's tuned in. I just share with you guys what I know, you know, and do with it
Status
as you
medium.
choose.
Connected to. Virus alert spammer.
The show is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And even from Point Michelle, the parish of St. Luke, you call me Luke Boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, the South sustains me. And as I say goodnight to you, I'll strum along with my theme song because that's what drives strum along with you for you guys tonight. Let me see you can see me strum a little bit here. Let me try to fix that for you. Let's try it. Oh no, let's straighten it out. Straighten it out. For the Here we go. There we go.
Dominica made me. That's where it all breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and the smiles to the songs of the sea, that island spirit molded the person I'd be. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. On those snowy streets, learn to stand tall, navigating life, every rise, every fall. From the commons to the brownstones, I made my claim. With every lesson learned, I embrace my name. Raise me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Now the South sustains me with its warm embrace of strength and love in every space. From the bayous to the beaches, I found my place. In this journey of finance, I've learned to chase grace. Dominica made me, Boston raised me high. The South sustains my soul as I reach for the sky. With every sunrise, I'm thankful and free. A license finance, just being me. So here's to the roots that shaped who I am. From Dominica's beauty to Boston's Grand Slam. In the South I stand strong, with purpose and pride. Together with my journey, side by side.
Good night, everybody. God bless you. If you need my help, you know how to get in touch with me. Protect your children, protect yourself, protect your grandchildren, and you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And the information that I'm sharing, I wish when I was 19 I knew this. I don't know it. But God bless each and every one of you. Good evening, Miss Nikki Young. God bless you. As a licensed financial pro, made me, Boston raised me, the South sustains me. Good night, everybody. God bless and hasta la vista.